In this video, I'm going over how you can manage a firewall using UFW. Then for those that are interested after that, I'll be getting into more detail about how it's working behind the scenes. On your web server, there are going to be some ports that you want to open up, but others that you want to keep closed. An easy way to manage that is to use UFW, which stands for Uncomplicated Firewall. If you run UFW status, you'll see that it says status inactive. So at some point we'll have to enable the firewall, but before that we can go ahead and open up our ports, and then when we're done, we'll enable it. Assuming you want to open up ports 80, 443, and 22, all you would have to do is run UFW allow 80, 443, 22, and finally enable the firewall. So it's going to create a rule set for you. Warns about disrupting your connection. I haven't had a problem with that though. So now the firewall is active and enabled on system startup. If you wanted to check what ports you are allowing, you could just run UFW status, and then you'd see which ones those are. If you use status numbered, UFW status numbered, then for each of those you can get a number in front of them, and you could use that to delete. So if I wanted to delete number 6, you would just use UFW delete 6, and then it'll ask you if you're sure, and then you go ahead and remove it. I'll go ahead and just do status, and you can see that that last one is now gone. Also, if you wanted to just scrap the entire thing, you could simply run UFW reset, which puts us right back to the beginning. To enable a firewall and open up a few ports, that's all we have to do. So now for those that are interested, I'm going to get into a little bit more detail about what's going on behind the scenes. So there's something called Netfilter, which is a kernel level framework used for manipulating and filtering network traffic, as well as tasks like network address translation. The firewalling software Nftables is built on top of Netfilter and is used to define rule sets. You may have heard of Iptables. Both Nftables and Iptables are part of the larger Netfilter project, but Nftables is its successor. With UFW, we're effectively managing Nftables through Iptables commands issued by UFW and translated in the background. So, back it up a second. UFW is just nice because it's like an abstraction of Iptables. It makes it easier to use Iptables. When I was learning this, I was just using Iptables, which it's okay because like once you get your, all right, like this is how I create a simple firewall using Iptables, then you just save that and you can reuse it. It's not so bad. It's a little, there's like a bunch of syntax you have to learn and stuff like that, which makes it UFW kind of nice. But yeah, UFW is built on top of Iptables, making it easier to use Iptables. But now that Nftables is the backend, then what's happening is you use UFW, which applies a rule with Iptables, but then those Iptables rules are translated into Nftables rules to manage the firewall. So, I mean, it's kind of, yeah, I know. It's like UFW to Iptables translated into Nftables to manage the firewall. You could just like not use UFW or Iptables and just use Nftables to manage your firewall. If that's something that you would like to know how to do, if you want to just cut out Iptables and UFW and use Nftables, I could show you how to do that. Just let me know. Leave a comment or something, and I can create a table on using Nftables. Well, that covers the basics of how to use UFW. There are other things that I've done with it on occasion, not very often, and when that's the case, you could just run a search and find out what you want to do. There's like endless articles on it, so you can find out anything. Check the man pages, run help, like man UFW, you can read this, do UFW help, you can look at blog posts and that sort of thing. I was just showing you how to enable the firewall, how to open up a couple ports. That's what most people are going to need. That's usually what I need, and just like the deleting or resetting like I showed you earlier. If there's anything else you have a question about that you would like me to answer, then just put a comment down below. And if this video has been helpful to you, then please go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.